What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Smackdown Breakdown. And pretty much what I do is I go through the show and I just give my opinions. I say what I do like, what I don't like, and I rank it from the worst to the best. This is WWE Smack Talk. The good, the bad, and the walrus? Let's talk about it. So first we're going to go over the things that I did not like about the show, which I thought was an overall pretty decent show. My least favorite thing about the show was probably, I'm going to say the whole Otis Morrison, the Heavy Machinery versus John Morrison and Miz stuff. I don't. The thing that I don't like about it is, first of all, Otis has Money in the Bank as the guy who's in Money in the Bank, where it should have went to someone like AJ Styles, where they could have been doing something better with him and better with the briefcase. They're not building Otis up at all, and they're keeping him in a tag team. There's a couple things how him being Money in the Bank will go. So one of the things that I'm thinking that they're doing, and I think they're talking about they're doing, is this is leading to winner gets hold of the briefcase, maybe between Otis and John Morrison. Every week so far since last week and this week, they've been trying to take the Money in the Bank briefcase from him, and he's outsmarted Tucky, outsmarted him, and it's just like, ugh. So either way, if you're going up, and I said this before, if you're going up against Roman Reigns, I don't care who Mr. Money in the Bank is. I don't care if it's Otis, if it's Miz, if it's John Morrison, if it's Tucker. None of them are beating Roman Reigns. None of them had a chance to beat Bray Wyatt. The only slither of a chance they had to beat Otis had to beat was probably Braun Strowman, and even Braun Strowman was a stretch. So what they would either do is they would do a thing where he gets tricked into doing his Money in the Bank briefcase, and then Morrison ends up winning. And then Morrison becomes Mr. Money in the Bank, but he's going to lose to Roman as well. They can have Otis win Money in the Bank, or keep the Money in the Bank. He gets beat by Roman, or, and this is a huge stretch, they use the Money in the Bank briefcase as a loophole to maybe cash in on a tag team championships, the SmackDown tag team championships. That would probably be my own. That would be the most. If he wants to successfully cash in, they do this whole thing about successful cash-ins. That would probably be the only other option. Would be for him and Tucky to be as a team and cash in on Cesaro and Shinsuke randomly. And they make some. It's WWE. They pull stuff out their ass all the time. That's what they do. They can do whatever they want. It's the WWE universe. They'll be like, oh, the first ever tag team Money in the Bank cash-ins, and from here on out, they can do something where they could do. This allows you to cash in on any title, any title you want. It's like the X Division thing that they have, sort of like the X Division. You have like a briefcase, and you open it. It's like, oh, this one has a world title shot. Oh, this one has a X Division title shot. This has tag team. Maybe they could do something like that. It was like, hey, now you don't have to just cash in on the world championship. Maybe you can cash in on the tag titles. Maybe you could cash in on the IC title, the US champion, or something like that. So maybe they might start doing that. Same thing for the women's. Maybe somebody like Dakota Kai wins Money in the Bank, and maybe her and Gonzalez are a team, and they've been a team for a long time, and they like each other, and maybe they can cash in on whoever tag team champions or something like that. They can like I said, they can always pull something out their ass. But yeah, I didn't like it. It's pretty much the same thing from last week. Otis keeps beating up everybody on the uh him and Tucky keeps beating up Miz and Morrison. They keep trying to get the briefcase, and they keep outsmarting them. They're not doing anything with the briefcase. They're not having Otis as a credible threat to Roman Reigns. So that whole thing is a mess. I don't really like any of that. Um yeah, I think that's pretty much the only thing I did not like. Um yeah, that's about it. We'll go through it. We'll talk about some other stuff. Um this champion tag team champion thing, I'm enjoying what they're doing so far with it. Cesaro and Sheamus for with the Street Profits. I don't know what they have planned because it seems like on one hand they might be doing something where they can have like the champions versus champions thing, where it could end up in a screwy finish, and then maybe at Clash of Champions they unify the titles. But they're bringing up Lucha House Party as a credible threat, as we saw that they beat Cesaro and Sheamus last night. Kalisto is the team leader, which I thought that was already a thing. I already thought he was the leader anyway because he's two-time United States champion. He's cruiserweight champion, NXT Tag Team champion. So, and Lindsay and Grand Metalik has no titles at all in WWE. So I just assumed by process of elimination, Kalisto was already the leader, but he made it clear that if just in case nobody knows, I am the leader. I was like, oh, okay. So that's all good stuff. So, and that kind of goes into what my thing is, hoping that maybe Heavy Machinery cash in like the briefcase, but like, oh, loophole, I can use it as the tag team titles. So maybe Cesaro and Sheamus, they get their win against Street Profits on Monday, and then Lucha House Party be like, yo, we beat you. We have a stake to claim that we be tag team champions. They have match at Night of Champions or Clash of Champions or whatever. Cesaro and Shinsuke retain more. They're tired. It's been a good match. They've been tired. They think they have it, and then Heavy Machinery come out and get briefcase, and they'll be like, what? And they'll be like, yeah, official start the match. Heavy Machinery wins. They're tag team champions, and the whole thing. So that'd be cool. Also, I would also like the fact that the Lucha House Party start using the Freebird rule when they do these tag team matches. I don't know why they didn't do that before, but I hope they start really implementing the Freebird rule, because the three of them together as different tag teams would be pretty cool to see. But yeah, I don't know what's going to be next for the Street Profits, because like on SmackDown, it seems like they have a decent enough tag team division, but on Raw, it's looking really sad. It's not good at all. So I don't know. I don't even know what would be next for Street Profits after Monday. It'd be interesting to see what happens on Monday after their match. That'd be pretty dope. Also pretty dope. Bayley, love her. She's so great. Pretty much, the explanation that people thought that would happen. It seemed like a thing where throughout their friendship and their feud, every time they had a chance, Sasha would like subtly glance at Bayley's title, and like every time they had like the match, she would like hold the SmackDown title like really really good, and she would look at it and she would finesse it, and she would do all these things. Even when she was Raw Women's Champion, Sasha was Raw Women's Champion, she was still either SmackDown Women's Champion. And it seemed like it was like, well, And it seemed like Bayley never noticed it, but apparently she did because she was saying, "Hey, pretty much, you used me, you stuck behind me, even though I've been like since I won the Raw's championship, you've been by me, you've been trying to get the spotlight." He was like, "I know you tried to play me." He was like, "You know why I know? Because I did the same thing. I used you to stay SmackDown champion, to stay Bayley Doe straps. I used you to be the longest SmackDown champion in history, uh, because I know you would have done it first. You're nothing to me. You know, we're never best friends. All this other good stuff in the book." So she pretty much alluded to like, "I saw you eyeing me, and I'm just gonna. I did it first. Pretty much what the thing is." So yeah. So her first opponent is Nikki Cross, which also leads into a whole bunch of good stuff because you got Nikki Cross, who uh is she's babyface. She's probably like the her and Naomi is like the two biggest babyface. Yeah, her and Naomi is the two babyfaces. Now that Sasha's not there right now, but right now it's her and Naomi. Where was Naomi at in this Fatal 4-Way? Don't know. But this is interesting because Nikki Cross and Alexa have their thing. Alexa has her own thing with Bray Wyatt, who also has her thing with, who has his thing little on a microscope of the Universal Championship. We'll get to that in a second. Um, yeah, they had a Fatal 4-Way, and it seemed like Alexa and Nikki were on the same page, and then just like that, Nikki. Alexa got into her trance and grabbed Nikki, hit her with the pretty decent Sister Abigail, and just left. Um, so I wonder if it's a thing at Clash of Champions. If Nikki, because look, we all know that that belt is going to Sasha Banks. Bayley's dropping that belt to Sasha Banks. So I wonder if it's going to be a thing where Bayley and Nikki has like a decent, they have a good match. Bayley's been on fire lately, and it seems like Nikki's about to win, and then Alexa Bliss comes out and costs Nikki the championship, and then that starts their feud. That would be cool. We're in September, so October. Let's see. October would be Hell in a Cell. Oh man. So October would be Hell in a Cell. Cause I'm trying to see if they can prolong this Sasha Bayley feud till WrestleMania. I can see it. So hopefully, what I hope is September Clash of Champions. Bayley retains the way I said, and then they do a thing where Naomi comes back because for whatever reason Naomi's not there. Naomi has a match with Bayley. Was like, "Hey, don't forget I beat you a couple weeks ago in that gauntlet match, and also you messed up attacking, Sasha Banks. That's family, team bad, all that other good stuff." And they have their match in October, whatever the October pay-per-view is, and then they do a thing where, of course, I guess Bayley retains by being a cheater. And then they do the Survivor Series thing where they'll probably do the triple threat match with her, maybe Io and Asuka or Rhea, whoever's going to be Raw or NXT Women's Champion. And then that's November. December, they do TLC. Maybe they do one more rematch between Bayley and Naomi. Bayley wins that, maybe TLC match or whatever type of cool match they can do. And then that is when you bring Sasha Banks back. I think that's when you bring Sasha back. You start the feud. You started Royal Rumble, Sasha Bayley. Of course, you have fantastic match because Sasha and Bayley is fantastic. And you do this in the beginning of the first match. You do Sasha Bayley. You have Bayley retain by being a cheater, pumpkin eater. And then later on, Sasha Banks, I know they do this all the time, but later on, Sasha Banks enters Royal Rumble, wins Royal Rumble. Then immediately as soon as she wins Royal Rumble, it's like Bayley, me, you, rematch, WrestleMania. and then boom, WrestleMania. That's when Sasha Banks dethrones Bayley. Main event WrestleMania, greatest match of all time. It'll be flipping fantastic, and this will give Bayley a good, maybe close to two, as close to 2 years as women's champion as you can get. It'll be a hell of a run for Bayley. She's been doing fantastic work, so I think that would be great. And then Sasha runs the SmackDown division, and then Bayley goes to Raw after the draft. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know if this was good stuff, but Mystery Woman is definitely Carmella. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Mystery Woman, Carmella. You heard it here. Jeff Hardy, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles feud thing, decent. I love it. Sami Zayn is just a joy. He's not gonna that match that they're gonna have him, AJ and Jeff. That match they're gonna have at Clash of Champions. Jeff Hardy is winning that, isn't he? I think Jeff Hardy is gonna win that. Yeah, Jeff is definitely winning that. I don't mind. I don't mind it either. There's just so much talent in that mid card division. I don't think you need AJ Styles in that division. You don't need him. Like when you have Jeff Hardy, when you have a Sami Zayn, when you have a Big E, when you have a Sheamus, I guess you have a King Corbin, I guess, and then you have guys like Drew Gulak. You have Matt Riddle. I don't even know if I said Matt Riddle, but Matt Riddle. You have Shorty G. That mid card division could be fantastic. I don't think AJ Styles needs to be in that division. You make it a triple threat match. You make it a ladder match for both championships. You have Jeff Hardy be the veteran champion and get all these younger guys over and stuff like that. And then eventually you have one of these younger guys go over. Like maybe... No, I take it back. You have Sami Zayn win. You get Big E to get that title off of him. Yeah, you give Sami Zayn that win. He beats you Intercontinental Champion. Have Jeff chase it for a second, and then he goes his off feud with whoever, AJ Styles or whatever. And then you throw Big E in there. Oh yeah, give me that. Or Matt Riddle. Oh, yes. Yeah, you do that. Give me that instead. That'd be good stuff. Because Jeff Hardy, no matter what, can always blur the lines in the main event. AJ Styles can blur the lines in the main event. Daniel Bryan, when he comes back, can go in the Intercontinental Championship, or he can go in the main event. So I think you'll have enough guys to be in that mid-card and main event stuff. Yeah, I like what Sammy was going. Hey, why is that Intercontinental Championship thing up there? Why do you have it up there? He was like, somebody take this down. And he was having a whole hissy fit. It was so good. Yeah, I love him so much. Firefly Funhouse. Oh my God, I love Bray Wyatt so much. He's so great. He's just goodness. He's supposed to be introducing this new character to the Firefly Funhouse. Everybody thinks it's Alexa Bliss being Sister Abigail or whatever, but no, he says it's Pesticle. I think Pesticle, the persevering parrot, and he opens the box. He's trying to do this thing where it's like, oh, come on, come out the box, say some interesting stuff, and the parrot's not moving. He's like, come on, don't be shy, just come sit. He goes in, he looks in the box, and he was like, oh, and then the whole technical difficulty things come up. He was like, it seems that the parrot is no longer with us. He was like, maybe I should have left holes in a box. Mercy the Buzzer is dying over there in the corner. And then, oh my goodness, so good. Vince McMahon puppet comes, and he's like, Bray Wyatt. He's like, what is this? He's like, you can't do anything right. He's like, you lose the Universal Championship. You promising things that is not coming through. He's like, all this mess up, I should have you. He's like, whoa, boss, no. He's like, I promise I'll do better. And then so the Vince puppet goes, he's like, you know what? It's time for you to have yourself an advisor. Yeah. He's like, your advisor's gonna be something. What is it? Walrus. Wally Walrus. Is Paul Heyman as Fat Man Walrus, and this and he comes up, and Bray Wyatt is like, "Are you flippity kidding me?" He's like, "Yowie, wowie," and then the Vince goes, "It's such good shit," and he goes, "Oh no," and it's to be continued. Oh, that's so good. Said it's such good shit. That is so funny. So that whole thing is gonna be great. Oh, I love Bray Wyatt so much. Oh, what was his name? Wally Walrus or something like that. It was good shit. And then finally, the whole who would have thought? I'm doing this because I want to look up Firefly new character. Yeah, Firefly. Wobbly Walrus, hilarious. Wobbly Walrus, my new favorite character on Firefly Funhouse. So I'm kind of excited to see what's gonna happen with Wobbly Walrus next week. It's gonna be good stuff. But the just chef's kiss throughout this whole night. Jey Uso, man, say what you want about him, but he is doing his part, man. He's playing his role good. His whole thing with Roman, just to let you know, Roman is going to murder Jey Uso at Clash of Champions. So if you never see Jey again, it's because he's dead. Roman was just chilled the whole time. He was like, hey, we believe. He was like, you did it. He's like, we didn't think you'd do it, but you did it. You did it all by yourself. Stuff like that. Sheamus and Corbin are out. Talk about how much Jey used the power, used upper management, used Roman's power to get him that win, and Jey was just pretty much like, hey, you know what? How about me and Big Oos over here face you two clowns? And they went in there, tried to jump Jey. He beats them both up. My boy Roman just stood there the whole time, didn't do nothing, didn't move a muscle. Maybe he was breathing, but that was about it. Just stood there, did nothing, just chilled. That was good stuff. And then then Jey gets beat up throughout the whole match. Whole match gets beat up. It was pretty much a handicap match. And then Sheamus is about to hit the bro kick on Jey. Then Roman comes out, goes on the apron. Jey starts running wild, super kicks and all the other stuff. Roman tags himself in, big splash. He tries to cover. Ref is like, nah, Roman tag. He's like, all right, bro. Roman gets spear. 1, 2, 3, over. Hilarious. End thing. My boy, my Walrus Wobbler, hands Roman a title. Jey picks it up, lifts up Roman's hand like in the title, looking at the title, and Roman's looking at him like, you have the audacity, like, get off me. He just looked at him while the show ends. Oh, chef's kiss. What I hope for this feud, I hope it goes. It's not going to. I know it's not going to. They're gonna fast track this to Bray Roman at Hell in a Cell. I feel like they're gonna do this. But what I hope they do, you have because what it seems like is they have Jey Uso like a little he's in La La Land. He's like, oh man, this is cool. I get to go against Big Uso cuz for the Universal Champion. It's still like we still family. This is still bloodline. Like we still cool and stuff like that. And all while Roman Roman's like, nah, bruh. Like I love you, we family, but I'm Universal Champion. I'm gonna fuck you up. What I hope is like they have this match and it's like it's not really competitive, but Jay gets like a couple good stuff in a little bit. After the match, like maybe Roman's like, oh no, he did not just take me out my comfort zone. Like this is supposed to be a walk in the park, and you're gonna do that to me. I hope he beats him, busts him open, bloodies him or whatever, or beats him up or whatever. I hope either his brother comes like the next Sunday, like the next following week. I hope his brother comes, and like I hope it gets serious. I hope it gets like real. Like I hope it gets real. It's like, oh, you gonna do that? Like we family, da 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 da, and like they do this whole thing, and Jimmy gets like real, and they either he gets real or maybe Jay comes back with, oh, this is how it is. It's like we're supposed to be family, and this is how you treat me. This is how it is. It's like okay. Now I'm serious. Now you want to do this, okay? And I hope it gets. I hope it continues. I want it to continue so bad, but it's not going to continue. What's going to happen is Bray Wyatt is going to face him at Hell in a Cell, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a good match, but I kind of just want a little bit longer from this feud. I just wanted this little family bloodline. I just wanted a little bit longer. I put Naomi in this. I want to, it'd be so good. But either way, what we got, it was good stuff. I give SmackDown overall an A-. I thought it was a really solid show. There was nothing really besides the whole heavy machinery Miz Morrison thing. Besides that, I thought the show was great. There's some the Fatal 4-Way itself was great with the women. They did excellent. The whole Roman thing throughout the night with him and Jay and that stuff was all great. Firefly Funhouse was great. The Intercontinental title scene is good. The tag team stuff is good stuff. Bayley's promo, chef's kiss. So yeah, it was a great show. I loved it. But that's all I have. That was me, my smack talk. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.